In this video, we're going to talk about how to do a problem where we're trying to analyze investments. Okay, this is going to break down to a problem that is a linear system of equations that we need to solve. So, okay, let's go ahead and read this problem. So we have last year, John invested $10,000 in the stock market. John invested in a stock that made 10% interest and another stock that made 5%. At the end of the year, John made $850. How much did he invest in each stock? Okay, so the unknowns are the amount that he invested in each stock. So let's go ahead and write that clearly. So X is let's write that as the amount invested. Let's say X is the amount invested in the stock that made 10%. Okay, let's say Y is the amount invested at the 5%. All right. Now I need to look for two equations. I have two unknowns, so I must have been given two equations here. First, John invested $10,000. So we know how much we don't know how much he invested at both, but we have variables for them, X and Y. So that means that if we were to add X and Y, we should get how much he invested, the $10,000, right? Because X is the amount he invested at 10, Y is the amount that he invested at 5, and so if you add them together, you should get the total amount that he invested. Second equation has to do with, at the end of the year, he made $850. So we need to think about, well, how much did he make at 10% interest? Well, the way we could find that is by multiplying the interest rate by the amount he invested, right? So if I multiply 0.1, which is 10%, times X, that'll tell me how much he made out of the stock that was invested at 10%. Right? So like for example, if you invest $100 at 10%, 0.1 times 100 is $10, right? So the amount that you would get out is $10. Right? Well, we don't know you invest $100. We just know it's X, so that's why I drew X there. Alright, so that's the amount that he made out of the first stock, and the amount that he made out of the second stock is 0.05, okay, which is 5% times Y. And then the total amount is 850. Alright, so this is the interest earned on the first stock, this is interest earned on the second stock, and this is total amount interest earned. Alright, first thing I'm going to do, so now I need to solve, so this is the system of equations. I need to solve this system. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply, let me do this in red here. I'm going to multiply everything in the second equation by 100, so that way I just get rid of these decimals, which may make you uncomfortable. So I'll just go ahead and get rid of them. So leave what's on the top. Okay, and then we'll have on the bottom, if you multiply 100 by 0.1, you get a 10. And then if you multiply 100 by 0.05, you get 5. And then 850, add 2 more zeros. Okay. Alright. So now I'm ready. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the elimination method to solve this. So if I'm trying to eliminate one of the variables, let's see, which variable do I want to do? I'll go ahead and I'll eliminate X. You could have chosen to eliminate Y, but I'm going to go and choose to eliminate X. So to do that, I'm going to multiply every term on the top by -10. So then the X's will cancel out. Alright? So if I were to do that, I would end up with -10X, alright, minus 10Y equals 10, 1, 2, 3, and then I need to add one more zero, so 100,000. Okay, and then I'll have 10X plus 5Y equals 85,000. Didn't do anything to the bottom. These cancel, and I'm left with -5Y equals, and then I have here, oh, that should have been a -100,000 because it was -10, okay? Okay, so now I'm left here with negative 1,500. So divide both sides by negative 5, and I get 3,000. So y equals 3,000. So now I need to find what x equals. So I'm going to go ahead and use this top equation. I'm going to go ahead and plug in the known value of y, so x plus y. So now it's x plus 3,000 equals 10,000. Minus 3,000 from both sides, and you get x equals 7,000. Alright, so now I just need to write up my answer, and then I'm done. So I say, I'll go ahead and do it up here. You know, John invested $7,000 at 10% interest, and 3,000 at 5% interest.